Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher from Sweetwater. We're at Winter NAMM 2019 in the PRS booth, and we have a very special guest with us. This is Carlos Santana. It's great to see you.
Hi, great to see you and great to be here, Rick.
So you just finished up doing a press conference announcing a new SE version of your guitar. Tell us a little bit about the story of this guitar.
Well, it's something that we've been imagining to put together we got so much positive feedback when we did this commercial about 2-3 years ago for the Super Bowl with that guitar, and a lot of people wanted to get one of them, and it was at that time it was kind of, I think it was one of a kind, and so we got such a great feedback that we decided to make it accessible for everybody.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So dual humbuckers, tremolo bridge, the beautiful gold finish on there. Where did the idea for the gold come from?
From Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you go back a lot of years with Paul. Can you tell us a little bit about what's kept you with the company, of your relationship with PRS?
2 words, this 2 words is something that I would like to see permeate in every billboard with Live Nation and Clear Channel, billboards and radio stations, TV spots. These 2 words are called impeccable integrity. Impeccable integrity has its own symmetry in sound, food, taste, and the way you look. There's something about impeccable integrity. It means that you're doing something from the real center of your heart. It's not shallow, it's not phony baloney. And again, when you do something with impeccable integrity, it hangs forever, like Billie Holiday and Jimi Hendrix. It's not the flavor of the second, So I recommend for us to, with who you are and what you do and who I am and what I do, is to promote impeccable integrity.
Love it. Our motto at Sweetwater is always do the right thing.
Yeah.
And that's the way it is, right?
Exactly.
Right. So I was interested in one of the things you were talking about during your time in the press conference. You were talking about bringing more young people into music. Talk about the importance of that.
It's supremely important because there's musicians out there that they don't even know it's in them, and it has to, like Johnny Hooker says, it's in you and it has to come out. There's new Stevie Rays, there's new Prince, there's new guitar players, Eric and Jimmy, but they just need that right moment when they actually hear it, and then it's in them and it wants to come out. So again, I was saying, almost like a joke, that I want to dress Paul as like Uncle Sam, with the whole, and say, we need you, join our army of guitars, in every place that we are, in your place, everywhere, because we need more guitar players like Orianthi to change the condition. There's something about a guitar. When I was listening to Django Reinhardt yesterday, and the way he was bending this note, it's like a real endearing hug, I mean, some people run all over the place, and it's okay. But when you stop and you just bend that note a certain way, people surrender. People, like, their knees get weak, and they start crying and laughing. They get goosebumps. It's better than therapists, analysts, psychiatrists. Music, if you play music the way it should be played with impeccable integrity, I guarantee you we will decrease the amount of suicide in this planet. And not just nation, but globally, because music reminds the individual of your own significant, meaningful, and magnificence. Everyone has those things. People who suicide, they have a lack of self-worth. And again, when you hear guitar players, hit it, it's something that reminds you inside that there's something in you that's greater than what they try to program you. As Bob Marley used to say, mental slavery. Mental slavery is the concept of sin, not being worthy of your own light. And so, to me, music transcends religion, politicians, and the Pope. It transcends all that. Music reminds you that you can create miracles and blessings, every day.
Tell us how tone factors into that. How important is tone to the equation?
Well, the tone is supremely important because when you build a house or you hang a painting, you have that little green thing that it has to be just right, and it's the same thing with tone. When you get the right tone, people remember on a molecular level their own magnificence. When you play the right tone and you align in the same valley with Billie Holiday and John Coltrane and Bob Marley, Marvin Gaye, again Stevie and Jimmy and Django Reinhardt, tone is a gateway to multidimensional understanding. You're not the puny little self. There ain't nothing puny about you, And so tone is the key. That's the best way to. Tone is the key that unlocks your heart to remember that you can do the impossible.
Right. Nice. I love it. One last question for you. When I speak with an artist on your level who's interacted with so many other artists on a very high level, I always have to ask, what is it that makes a great artist?
It's how you complement what gets in front of you. Right now, I keep thinking Manu Dibango, who did Mama Say, Mama Say, Mama Say, he did that for Michael Jackson. I want to do something with him and Sting and a couple of other people. I want to, just go a different direction. There's a gentleman that I really love, Quinn Sullivan. He's a disciple of Buddy Guy. And this kid, man, well, he ain't a kid. He's killer. He's a killer. He's a new person who's bringing that sound. We all just need some songs. Every day, just pray for a song that makes you go global.
Right on. That's awesome. Carlos, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you sitting down with us. And congratulations on the new guitar as well. All right. Beautiful. And thank you for joining me at Winter NAMM 2019. I'm Mitch Gallagher from Sweetwater. We're coming to you from PRS with Carlos Santana.
And Goldie.
And Goldie.